We are talking to Povilas Velutis, who is here from Lithuania, who's just started his placements. Welcome, Povilas. You started in July or August this year?
I started at the start of August, 1st of August.
And you were studying, I think, in the UK?
Yes, Manchester.
Manchester University. Okay,
Yeah.
and what were you studying, or what are you studying at Manchester?
Computer science.
Right.
That was my second year.
Yeah, Manchester obviously has some connections with the history of computing and so on, with Turing and other people there. So what prompted you to apply for this particular placement?
Well, I saw an advert in one of the letters one of our employability tutors sent us, and I thought that it's a pretty interesting company to work for. So.
Did you have a particular ambition that you wanted to do a placement outside of UK, or?
Well, I wanted to get some international experience, because I'm from Lithuania, but I study in England, and thought it would be nice to see how things are done in Germany.
Yeah, it's certainly broadening your outlook. And how did you find the selection process to get the job?
Well, it was not too difficult, but not too simple. It was interesting to go through.
Yeah, because we tend to run rather more interviews than some other companies, but we're trying to make sure that we find the right people. Can you remember any things that you thought were particularly difficult or unusual about the recruitment process?
Well, nothing that was too difficult or unusual, but from my other interviews that I had, these interviews were very structured. So some other interviews had put everything motivational and study skills into the same interview. Here they were very structured. So we had one interview for computer science related things, like technical interview, and then another interview for motivation, and that's
the motivation interview that you went through, was that a surprise? Did you expect that? What did you think of that interview?
Well, it was interesting. I'm not exactly sure, because
do you know why that is in the process?
Well, I think it is to see if a person really wants to work in that kind of company he or she is applying for. So
exactly, you're exactly right. We want to make sure that before the shortlist goes to Alelion, that the person's really serious, and that's part of the checks. Okay. So what kind of things are you working on?
So currently I'm working on a customer app, which is essentially a web page that is also connected to Android and iOS apps. So customers can upload documents to them and see their data, such as invoices that they receive from the company. So I'm currently working on improving the app. Yeah.
And is this easy work or difficult? How does it fit with your experience from your studies?
I'd say it's interesting work, because at university we haven't done much things like Angular, which is more client-side development, and here I had to learn it, which at first was slightly difficult, but surely fun, because it's something new, and I'm still learning today.
And where do you think your career is going to lead? Is this placement already having an influence on your plans for the future?
Well, I think it does, but I'm not too sure exactly what those plans will be in the future, how everything will turn out.
Because you'll have another year to do at Manchester, and then you graduate. So that's going to be 2020 you graduate. Okay. Now, especially if there's some candidates looking at this from Lithuania or the Baltic states, my experience is you tend to be quite reserved people.
I think it depends.
Maybe it's a typical Northern European thing. So what advice would you give if there's a student watching this now from the Baltic states thinking, well, maybe I should do a placement? What advice would you give them?
Try to apply and see how it goes, because it is interesting to see. And there are many international people working here. Yeah.
And how are you getting on with the language? Are you learning German? Or?
I'm trying to. Although in the office mostly we speak English, so that's fine. But in the city, I'm trying to learn German too.
So it's more for social reasons you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Pavilis, congratulations on being one of this year's selected people and being here. I don't know if you know, but well over 200 people applied for these placements, and 3 are working here. So it was quite an exhaustive process. So congratulations, you're here. I hope you have a really successful placement.
Thank you.
And thanks for talking to us.